Welcome. I'm delighted that you're here. This is Lesson 10, How Do I Grow a Growth Mindset? Now, if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend watching Lesson 9, which was all about why does mindset even matter? In that lesson, I laid a foundation for all of the work that we're going to cover today in Lesson 10, as well as next week when we look at manifesting in Lesson 11. Now, my name is Robin Richards, and I am your teacher and the creator here at Robin's WellNest. And here at Robin's WellNest, I focus my teaching on mindset, mindfulness, and Reiki energy healing techniques so that you have science merged with the world of woo-woo to give you the best benefits in your vibrant life. This week, we are really diving into mindset. And this is one of my favorite topics to work with because it's the topic that I have been teaching the longest. I started teaching mindset back in the early 2000s when Carol DeWick, her work started emerging. I was a high school math teacher, and in order to get my angsty students who I tended to drift to the students who weren't really as engaged in the math classroom. That was my forte. And those students, they didn't need to learn algebra. They could learn algebra if they wanted to. They had to learn about mindset, how they were thinking about themselves, how they were showing up. And I remember one young woman telling me that she just was not going to be good at math because she was a girl, and she was told that girls just aren't as good at math as boys. Perhaps you've heard that slogan or saying before as well. Or maybe you've even heard that a specific race is better at math than another race. I've heard that one. Those two things in my math classroom that showed up were examples of something called a fixed mindset. Now, the reason that it's powerful to understand what a fixed mindset is because a fixed mindset is exactly the opposite of a growth mindset, which is what we're focusing on this week in order to grow. Now, a growth mindset is going to be really important to grow because it is going to be the foundation for shaping all of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. As we defined last week in mindset really is all of your beliefs that shape how you view the world and how you view yourself. Now, listen to this as an example of a growth mindset. I can improve this skill by working hard and practicing. That right there is a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is one, like I mentioned earlier, where people believe I'm born with being good or bad at something, and therefore it's not about working and practicing. It's just about my genes, my makeup, just the fortune that I've been given. Now, if Michael Jordan had a fixed mindset, he wouldn't be the Michael Jordan that we know as the famous 23 with his tongue sticking out. Michael Jordan was actually, if you don't know this story already, he was not on the high school basketball team. He didn't make the first draft. And he ended up working really, really hard and practicing in order to develop the skills that we know as Air Jordan today. Air Jordan had a growth mindset. He believed and demonstrated that practice makes permanent. That's one of my favorite sayings that I teach not only to you, but also to my daughter, and that I taught in my classroom as well. Practice does not make perfect. That is a piece of misinformation that tends to get passed around. We are human, therefore, we are not perfect. But practice does make permanent, and in a growth mindset, you're going to really focus on that concept to know that you always have potential to grow. It's not fixed. Nothing is predetermined. You get to determine with the one thing that you can control, which is yourself, what you grow in your life. Now, in a growth mindset, you're going to look at failure as an opportunity. So whenever you have a setback, it's just an opportunity to re-navigate and move forward. Now, when you do have setbacks, please make sure you give yourself time to, feel whatever it is that you need to feel with that setback, and give yourself the space to collect yourself and then move forward. But the important thing with a growth mindset is knowing that you will move forward. It's just a matter of when. Another important opportunity in a growth mindset is feedback. Feedback is not criticism in a growth mindset. Feedback is an opportunity to give information for improvement. Another thing to look at with growth mindset is embracing challenge, embracing hard work, because you have the ability to grow when you are working hard, and you have the ability to grow when you are facing challenge. This also leads into another growth mindset concept. Obstacles are opportunities. Obstacles are opportunities. And with those opportunities, you get to experiment in your life. Now, what I mean by experiment, and I teach this in all of my workshops, is instead of being told, whether by someone else, like me as your coach, or by yourself with your internal coach, that you have to do something, you get to experiment and see how much you can really fit into your life. For example, if you want to focus on hydration and drinking water, and you'd like to work up to a goal of perhaps drinking, there's the health tip of drinking half your body weight in ounces a day, or maybe it's 100 ounces of water a day, or perhaps even a gallon of water a day. In a fixed goal-setting mindset, you would say something like, I'm going to drink 100 ounces of water every single day for the rest of my life. And when you go at that with that attitude, which is more masculine energy, and I talk about leaning into the feminine energy and flow in lesson 5, which you might want to rewatch. But when you experiment with a growth mindset and the feminine energy, you would say, I really want to work towards 100 ounces of water a day. So I'm going to experiment and see, by tracking some data, how many ounces of water I can get in each day, and maybe even when I'm drinking the water, to be able to inform me next week how I can try for more water. And we'll just see. So it's experimenting to grow your success instead of having to work towards a fixed, firm goal. And when you lean into that feminine, flowy energy with a growth mindset, you're going to see greater gains in the long run. I know this because I live it and because I see it with my clients. Now, as you are embracing a growth mindset, you want to grow that mindset by focusing on continual improvement. It's not just one end result. So even using the example of wanting to be more hydrated and perhaps drinking 100 ounces of water a day. Well, once you hit that goal, that's not the end. And as you set that goal, you know that there will be more opportunities for growth, because that's what life is. Opportunities to grow in different ways every single day. Continuing to grow your growth mindset, don't just look at that final goal of what you're going to achieve. Focus on the journey. Imagine if when you were in high school, you focused more on the journey than just on that final destination of getting that diploma in your hand. What results can that give if when in the moment you are really present for that journey? That's a growth mindset. And now you get to grow that as an adult on the journey that you're taking, whatever that might be. It is okay to take risks in growth mindset. When you want to grow your growth mindset, you take creative risks so that you can focus on that continual improvement. And I want you to look at 2 I words when you are growing your growth mindset. You want to innovate and you want to improve. Focus on both of those and your growth mindset is going to continue to grow. Now, in order to grow all of these concepts, you want to have a basic foundation of what's really happening inside of your head so that you're aware of the mindset that's happening so you can make shifts to then grow this growth mindset with some of the focuses that I just named. The best tool to do this is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you become aware. It helps you become conscious. It helps you become in the present moment on purpose without judgment so that you can be responsive versus reactive. This helps you be in control of the one thing that you can, which is yourself. Some activities that you can do to grow your mindfulness: meditation, yoga. You can even eat mindfully, reading, focusing your attention on the written word, perhaps even journaling, or even walking in your house, doing the dishes. It's really any activity that you bring your focus and attention on purpose to the present moment without judgment. Now, if you need help doing this and figuring that out for yourself, please book an appointment with me at www.robinswellnest.com. I would love to give you a free 20-minute consult call and even discuss some other ways that I can help shape and shift your mindfulness practice so that you can achieve the results of growing a growth mindset and even more in your life. Now, as you work on all of these things, it's going to get uncomfortable. That's because with awareness, there's things about us that are running in the back of our head that don't align with where we want to go. And that's okay. That's why I'm here and others are around you to support you in this growth and in this journey. Your only job is to become aware so that you can grow your growth mindset with those shifts into failures and opportunity. Feedback is important so that I can focus on continuous improvement. I'm going to experiment with these goals to see what results that I can achieve in my life because you are focused on the journey, and that journey is one of vibrant living and well-being. I am here to support you. So is my tool, the Success Blueprint, which you can find in the link below in the show notes. Please like and subscribe to this channel so that you can make sure you never miss another vibrant living tips and tools coming direct to you. And make sure that you tune in next week for lesson 11. How do I use mindset to manifest what it is that I want to grow in my life? Until next time, know that I see you. You are important. You matter. And you are powerful beyond measure. I love you. Namaste.